Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. As you see in the thumbnail, this is what if Naruto was the Devil's Storm Emperor. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also go and support the author, link in description.
Friday. Just another day at Kyoa Academy, a former all-girls school turned co-ed, and for our one reddish blonde-haired hero of this story, it's just another at the office. His name is Uzumaki Naruto, aka Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto Sparta. He's one of the most brightest and intelligent students in all of Japan due to his high IQ. Because of that, he, along with a select group of students from different schools, are recognized as special students by Japan's Ministry of Education. Not only that, he is the current leader boss of Kyoa Academy's Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee, SIDC for short, and the so-called enemy of all boys due to his good nature and charm capturing most of the girls' attention in school. Naruto is a 17-year-old, third-year student with medium short, spiky blonde hair with red tips, icy, electric ocean blue eyes, 5 foot 11 feet tall, an impressive muscular, yet semi-slender body build, and whisker markings on his cheeks. His current outfit is the Kyoa Academy male uniform, which consists of a black blazer over an open white, long-sleeved dress shirt with black highlights and a black t-shirt beneath it, a black headband with dark flame designs, matching black pants, and stylish red and black sneakers. Right now he is catching a few Zs in the SIDC room, which he considers his safe haven from the constantly attacking fangirls that reminds him of the fangirls chasing after a certain duck butt at his former school, Konoha Academia. Konoha Academia. Despite it being a prestigious school, it's totally corrupt to the core. It's controlled by the Uchiha family, while being funded by various families who send their children there. But who cares about those jabronis? The education's better here, not to mention the girls, and the uniforms. While Naruto may be a pervert, at least he's not a major one like his godfather and a certain trio at Kyoa Academy. His Zs were soon interrupted by a knock on the door. "Gad, damn," he muttered, straightening himself out on his desk, "if it's a beautiful lady, come in." The door opened and in came two beautiful young twin girls. While one had a cute, innocent look, the other had a haughty and annoyed look. Both are 5 foot 2 inches tall, have indigo blue princess hair, pupil-less white eyes with a lavender tint, DD-cup breasts, and wearing the Kyoa Academy girls' school uniform, which consists of a white long-sleeved, button-down shirt with a black ribbon on her shirt collar worn under a black shoulder cape and matching button-down corset, a black skirt, and black dress shoes over white crew-length socks. "Hinata-chan. Ibana-chan, what's up?" Naruto asked his two of many girlfriends and maids of the Uzumaki clan back home. "Ino and Nia has spotted the perverted trio at it again," Hisuna said in an annoyed tone. "As always. You girls should be fine dealing with them, and I've had enough in dealing on them, so why report to me? The girls they're spying on are the members of our own disciplinary squad, and the two great ladies, Ria-san and Akeno-san." Hinata said without stuttering, something Naruto and Hisuna managed to whack her out of, literally and figuratively. Naruto slammed his head on his desk, making a few cracks in it, before getting up from it. "Hi, I see why you called me now. Come on then." He walked past the twins and smacked them on their rears. "Ebe!" Hinata squeaked, blushing furiously. "Hey, Naruto-kun!" Hisuna snapped as she started to chase Naruto. "Race yat!" he shouted back as the three ran down the hallways. Outside the girls' locker room. Up here. Naruto, Hinata, and Hisuna headed up to the tree branch to two fellow blondes, in Naruto's case, Yamanaka Ino and Yamanaka Nia, who's also twins, that are 5 foot 3 inches tall, have long, platinum blonde hair, green-blue eyes, fair skin, and C-to-D-cup breasts, and wearing the Kyoa Academy girls' school uniform, and is also part of Naruto's harem. "There they are," said Nia, pointing to the small windows where the perverted trio are. "How should you do it, Naruto-kun?" Ino said, smirking and putting a hand on her hips. "I mean, they're spying on your girlfriends, and your sister. Naughty naughty, they get caughty." "Good point." Naruto grumbled, rubbing the back of his head and developing several tick marks. "You girls stay here. I'll be right back. Don't beat them up too bad." Nia whispered in her boyfriend, making him smirk. "Hey, it's me," he said with a grin before he jumped off the tree and snuck over to where the perverts are, who were currently praising God for such a beautiful sight. Hyudo Issei, Matsuda, and Motohama, 3 second-year students who make up the Hentai Sunengumi, aka the perverted trio, and the most pathetic pieces of craps ever to grace the school. Issei, despite having some good points like being surprisingly hard-working, he's a 24/7 hot-blooded pervert who has a known for his total obsession with the female body, most particularly their breasts. He has an average body build, spiky short brown hair, light brown eyes, and wearing the Kyoa Academy boys' school uniform, similar to Naruto's. Matsuda, a perverted self-proclaimed lolicon, and is a former jock and school sports star. His earned nicknames include Perverted Baldy and the Sexual Harassment Paparazzi. Motohama, another perverted who claims to have the ability to calculate a female's body measurements just by looking. His own nicknames include Perverted Glasses and the 3 Sizes Scouter. Anyway, these 3 morons are so focused on the sight of the girls changing that they don't hear Naruto stomping loudly towards them, cracking his knuckles. Noticing that the windows were open for air and shows a clear sight of the perverts for the other girls, Naruto took a loud, deep breath and bellowed in a modified voice, "Holy shit, those tits are ginormous!" The shout knocked the perverts out of their happy place and looked around wildly, while Naruto used Hiraishin to rush his rear back to the tree in record time as the wall cracked and broke down, knocking the perverts off the ladder they were standing on. When they looked up, they saw several girls wrapped in towels and staring down on the trio with evil and unforgiving glares. "That wasn't us," they protested, but the girls were having none of their bullshit as they started to clobber the perverted trio, their screams of pain echoing throughout the school as they were assaulted with fists, kendo sticks, pans, the kitchen sink, etc. "Would you lovely girls like to join in with your fellow ladies?" Naruto asked the 2 sets of twins, who all nodded eagerly and jumped down from the tree to join in on the beatdown, making Naruto chuckle. Just another day at Kyoa Academy. After the beatdown, the boys, in their chibi forms, were a bloody mess, and bruised from head to toe. The girls were satisfied, as they looked up to see Naruto giving them 2 thumbs up. One for the beatdown, and one for their beautiful towel-wrapped figures. The girls/maids in his harem winked at him and strutted back to the locker room swaying their hips at him. The 2 great ladies on the other hand, the black-haired one waved at Naruto while the redhead looked at him with a small smile before returning to the dressing room with her friend. Anno. You're Uzumaki Naruto-kun, aren't you?" Naruto looked down towards the source of the cute-sounding voice to see an attractive young girl who's 5 foot 3 inches tall, with long black hair that falls to her hips, violet eyes, and C-cup breasts. She wore a uniform from a different school, which consists of a dark red jacket with the letter P embroidered in gold, a white undershirt, a red bow, and a green skirt with a thin white strip around the lower end of it. "Indeed I am." You're not from this school, judging from your uniform." Naruto noted, jumping down to the ground and smiling at her, but inwardly frowning because her aura was a bit off to him. "I actually never seen that uniform before. What are you doing here? Do you need help with something?" My school let out early, and well." "Uzumaki-kun, are you seeing anyone at the moment?" the girl asked, rubbing her feet together. Naruto shrugged, "Depends, considering how many girls are chasing me around, but I'm not dating anyone right now." "Why? I'm glad to hear that." "Hi. My name is Amano Yuuma. Would you mind going out with me?" she asked shyly, her arms around her back holding her school bag and her heel digging into the ground. "Hi? Go out with you?" Naruto repeated while raising an eyebrow, slightly noticing an unfriendly ulterior motive. "You fell for me and something." Hi. Yuuma responded, "I've always seen you walking across the bridge, and you look so cool and, that's when I knew you were my." Unknown to her, Naruto was not buying it. Things like this happened at his old school, Konoha Academia. In all honesty, he, along with his siblings, were the true top students at the school, but the teachers and the administration didn't appreciate that fact that the kids were smarter than their prized student, Uchiha Sasuke, and that those kids were Uzumakis too, despite the fact that they're the children of their alumni member, Namikaze Minato. So they tampered with their grades, making Naruto and his sisters look bad. Plus, the minor girls at Konoha did ask to go out with him all the time, only to stab him in the back many times to their own amusement. The movement was spearheaded by the most loyal of Suzuki's fangirls, Haruno Sakura, who had the ridiculous idea that Naruto was crushing on her, when he was actually crushing on her twin sister, Haruno Sakuya, who was nothing like her sister. It was because of Sakuya, his twin sister Naruko, and their sister Narumi, that Naruto has a harem, which consists of both girls, former stalker Hyuga Hinata and her twin Ibana, former Uchiha fangirl Yamanaka Ino and her reserved twin sister Nia, weapons junkie Higurashi Tenten, dog girl Inyazuka Akira, and surprisingly, Suzuki's twin sister, Uchiha Satsuki. More on that story later, but right now, the girls now working with the Uzumaki family as maids of the Uzumaki mansion, in order to be close to Naruto and prove to his family that they're not like the others from Konoha Academia. So, will you go out with me? Yuma asked with a blush on her face. Shaking his head out of memory lane, Naruto shrugged again, noting that her blush was not genuine. Hinata's a master, and apparently has a spot in the Guinness World Records for most deepest blush ever. Sure. He smiled, who am I to deny a young woman's true feelings? Are you free Sunday? They exchanged their numbers and emails and walked away, with Naruto feeling Yuma's none too discreet sneer at the back of his head as she looked back at him. Sunday, hi. Naruto thought, looking at his watch while walking back to Hinata, Ibana, Ino, and Nia, better focus on today for now, since I have that chess match against Akeno-chan in an hour. Park, Sunday evening. Well, Yuma-chan. It certainly has been an enjoyable day. Yes, it has. We had a lot of fun today. Arigato, Naruto-kun. Yes, it has been an enjoyable day. Both Naruto and Yuma went to a coffee shop where couples frequent, the shopping mall, an amusement park, an arcade, a 5-star restaurant, and finally, a romantic action movie. Well, time for me to go. My mom's gonna have my head if I'm out too late. Naruto said with a nervous laugh, do you want me to walk you back to your place? Okay, start things first, Naruto-kun. What's up, Yuma-chan? She blushed a bit and asked timidly, in honor of our first date, do you mind doing me a favor to commemorate this special moment? Naruto raised an eyebrow and shrugged, smiling, what kind of favor are we talking about? I have a bad feeling about this. Yuma walked up to Naruto, looked him in the eyes, and smiled. Would you mind dying for me right now? She asked with a sudden, eerie smile. Naruto's danger sense went off and he managed to jump out of the way just in time as a spear made of light materialized in the girl's hand, the point pointing where Naruto's heart was. Whoa, a spear of light. Since you tried to stab me, I'm gonna have to guess that you're a fallen angel. Naruto mused as he straightened up. I thought all the devils, angels, and fallen angels have a strictly enforced order not to mess with me or my clan. May I ask why you're trying to kill me, Yuma-chan? Gomen, Naruto-kun, she said, smiling maliciously as her cute voice changed into a lower pitch yet seductive and haughty tone of voice, but you'll never know. She released her black wings from her back, shredded her clothing as she grew a bit taller, 5 foot 5 inches, and taking on a more slightly mature appearance, with her eyes taking on a darker, evil look. She now wears black, strap-like objects resembling leather around and under her now decupped breasts, a thong-like piece held around her hips by 3 thin straps, gloves that run right up her arms with small lengths of chains hanging from them, shoulder guard-like objects on her shoulders with 3 large spikes sprouting from her right shoulder, and black boots. Although short-lived, playing lovey-dovey with you was fun. I'll take good care of this gift from you, she said, stroking the silver necklace he gave her, so. Damn, there's no way my luck is that bad. Why did she have to turn from a cute to a hot chick? Naruto grumbled before sighing loudly, looks like I'll have to apologize in advance for consuming you, fallen angel. Consuming. Yuma repeated as she materialized red energy to create a spear, are you a cannibal or something, Naruto-kun? Naruto smirked, nope. It's just an expression for kicking your ass. In this world, the law of the jungle applies on the battlefield. The strong may feed on the weak, but I feed on the strong, and fallen angels like you, are on the menu. Rainare sneered at that and threw the light spear at Naruto, who ducked, took off the guitar case that he had on his back, and kicked it open, taking out a massive broadsword with a heavy double-edged blade, notched on both sides near the tip, and the pommel resembles a single spike. The grip is plain, but the guard is skeletal, with a skull face on each side leading to the rib cage from which the blade emerges, and the cross tree folded against the ribs. "Meet Rebellion, one of my clan's heirlooms," he said, pointing the blade at her. "I have to warn you, if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine, but you'll have to work for your kill, Yuma." "Oh, I will," she sneered, materializing several more light spears, and the name's not Yuma, she added as she fired off her light spears at Naruto, who was digging into his guitar case, pulling out a white and silver belt buckle-like object and a unique 6-cylinder double-barrel magnum revolver named Blue Rose. "It's Fallen Angel, Rainare." Naruto rolled out of the way of the light spears and fired a few charged at another wave of light spears, causing them to explode as he retreated to the top of the tree, pointing Blue Rose at her as he equipped the buckle on his waist. The buckle then flashed and attached itself to Naruto by wrapping a belt around his waist with a book-like object hanging from the belt's left side. "Keh, I stand corrected then, Rainare-san," he said as he pulled on the buckle, opened up the book-like object, and pulled out a card with a revving sound. Dodging and rolling away from another light spear that was thrown at him, Naruto raised the card, showing a picture of an armored being, flipped it around, and inserted it into the belt, with it announcing, "Kamen Ride." Dodging another light spear, Naruto spun around and lashed out with a spin kick to keep Rainare back, and yelled, "Henshin!" Closing the belt, it announced, "Decade," with multiple holograms appearing around him, and then converging into one and donning him in a black, white, and magenta armored trench coat as 10 cards appeared in the air and insert themselves into his shoulder, giving them a barcode-like motif as green futuristic sunglasses, completing his transformation into the XP of Kamen Rider Decade. Cracking his neck, Naruto opened up his Decadriver and Ride Booker and took out a card with another Kamen Rider on it, also inserting the card to the Decadriver and closing it. Kamen Ride, Phase. The belt turned into another belt with various gadgets as a cell phone appeared in Naruto's hands. Opening it and punching in 5-5-5, it announced standing by. Henshin. Inserting the cell phone into the new belt, it emitted photon blood that shaped around Naruto's body via proton streams, forming the soul foam, the soul metal, the full metal lung, the power anklet, the energy holster, the global feeler, and the ultimate finder armor pieces on his trench coat before a flash of red light consumed him. When the light died down, Naruto's trench coat turned black with red lines, and had silver armor on his chest and shoulders, with a bracer on his wrist, the Phase driver on his waist, and yellow sunglasses, turning Naruto into a cooler version of Kamen Rider Phase. "Saa," Naruto said as he cracked his neck and flicked his wrist, "It's time to feast. It's showtime, Fallen Angel." Wielding his sword Rebellion in the Yagyu Shinkage Ryu stance, Naruto charged at Rainare, who retaliated using her light spears. Naruto weaved through the deadly spears, and swung at Rainare, who parried using a light spear and retreated to the air. Naruto tched and high jumped to her to using an aerial combo followed by an aerial rave attack, but she kept dodging and flew higher. So, her weakness is close-range combat. Naruto noted, looking bored as he landed on the ground. She must be scared to fight an opponent face-to-face, such is the way of a coward. All right then. Naruto spun around and executed round trip, throwing Rebellion at Rainare. Rainare ducked and sped towards Naruto, ramming him into a tree. She threw a light spear at his head, but he managed to duck in time, kicking her in the stomach as she got close, making her skid back. Naruto then rushed forward, unleashing a streaming barrage of sword slashes at Rainare, who managed to jump back to avoid the deadly blows, but Naruto saw that coming and quickly set the Phase mission memory on Rebellion, opened the cell phone on his belt, and pressed enter before closing it, with the belt announcing, "Exceed charge." The energy flowed from the gear along the photon stream before coating Rebellion's blade with red energy. Naruto then fired off 3 drive attacks, hitting Rainare and blasting her back. "Time to end this," Naruto said, shooting forward with his sword at the ready. Rainare then gave off an evil smile, "You're right. It is time to end this." She suddenly blurred forward, dodging his sword strike and kicking it out of his hand. She then grabbed the Fai's gear, and ripped it off of him while passing him, shining him back to Naruto, who grunted in pain from the forced detransformation as the Fai's gear turned back into the Deca Driver. "Crap," he growled, as Rainare appeared in front of him and grabbed him by the throat, materializing light spears all around Naruto. "Looks like the one who'll be eaten here is you. Now, please die," she said sweetly, and with a snap of her fingers, he got impaled in his vital areas with blood spurting everywhere. "Ow," he said as he threw up blood and collapsed on the ground, feeling himself fading. "Naruto-kun, Naruto," cried several voices from inside his mindscape. And for the final touch, Rainare grabbed Naruto up the cuff of his shirt, and threw him up in the air. She then grabbed Rebellion, and impaled him in the heart, just as he came down, the last of the light disappearing from his eyes. "I don't know why the higher UPS want us fallen angels to leave you be. Maybe you posed a future threat, or you were possibly the key to the war, I don't know. No matter though, since I took the initiative and moved in for the kill, and you've just been eaten by a fallen angel," she said, sticking Rebellion with Naruto's corpse to a thick tree, "you should just blame God for whatever made you special. Thanks for the wonderful memories." Satisfied with her work, she laughed as she walked away, humming a tune to herself as her cell phone went off. "Moshi Moshi," she asked cheerfully. "Rainare-san, what's going on? I've been unable to get a hold of your sister." "Oh Leader-sama. I don't know where she is right now, but I just took care of a future problem." "Huh? A future problem? Pray tell." "I killed Uzumaki Naruto. He was formidable, but I'm sorry, but can you repeat that?" "Uzumaki Naruto. Uzumaki Naru. You fool! Why did you do that? Have you forgotten my orders?" "Leader-sama? What's wrong? There's a reason why we have strict orders not to bother that boy or his family. I only wanted you and your sister's group to only run surveillance on him and that other kid. But because of you, you've now unleashed a power greater than the three factions combined." Rainare frowned at that. "No, he can't be. There's no possible way he's the one with their bloodlines. I mean, I killed him easily. Just then, an explosion of power flooded the park, crushing Rainare as she fell to her knees from the sheer weight of it. Now horrified, she turned to find a sight that will forever be embedded in her mind forever. The conflict between the three factions is about to receive a new challenger. And he is pissed. SAA, it's time for round 2, Fallen Angel. Flashback no Jutsu, Naruto's room, nighttime. "Narukun." "Hi, Kaa-san," answered a 5-year-old Naruto. "Remember about the time I told you about your power?" "Hi. It's used to protect my friends and family, and will fully awaken if I die. Kushina nodded, adjusting her hold on her 2-year-old daughter. "Naruna, yes, but remember this. If you are killed by a devil, angel, or fallen angel, you'll go through an ascension, and with your new power, you have the task of changing the tide and ending the war between the three great factions." Naruto was amazed. "My power can turn the tide of battle, along with the choices you make along the path to ending the war. However, the three great factions know of our existence, and have a strictly enforced order not to confront you and any of us in any way. If they do, well..." Kushina smiled mischievously. "They'll doom themselves." Naruto guessed, tilting his head to the side in a cute way. "Yep. Now come here you," Kushina said, hugging Naruto close for being so cute. Flashback Kai. Opening theme, Trip Innocent of D by Larval Stage Planning. Park, evening. Rainare prided herself on being a fallen angel. To her, it was worth becoming one after raping a little innocent boy and killing him after a fallout with her angel parents after her older sister became a fallen angel herself. Becoming one of the fallen granted her more power than she ever dreamed. She may act sweet and attractive, but can be a cruel and manipulate bitch. During a briefing for her next mission, she overheard a conversation about an enforced rule not to kill a certain human named Uzumaki Naruto. When she asked about it, the only answer she got was, Trust me, you don't wanna know. Don't fuck with that kid, or his family. It won't be healthy for anyone. Thinking that Uzumaki Naruto was a dangerous human to be eliminated due to the strict order not to kill him or his family, she decided to get rid of the problem once and for all along with her acquired target, Hyudo Issei. But now she realized the reason for the strict order not to harm Uzumaki Naruto in any way. She heard stories, but dismissed them as nothing but mere fairy tales. Oh, how wrong she was. Kakabile-sama, I dash. Sorry Rainare-kun, but we'll have to cut you loose since you've disobeyed a direct order. You were a valuable asset, but alas, it looks like you're on your own. The line went dead, for now she's about to pay the piper, as her formerly decreased target's eyes snapped open, revealing red eyes with slits as his wounds from where the light spears pierced him healed. His hair was still blonde with red tips, but with silvery white streaks and black strands. Smirking, he pushed himself off the tree, with rebellion still pierced through his heart. You fucked up now, lady, he growled, pulling rebellion out of his chest. You're about to find out firsthand why the devils, angels, and fallen angels never screwed with an Uzumaki Namikaze. Uzumaki, Namikaze? Oh god! Rainare thought in panic, are you really dash? Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto. Naruto's rebellion suddenly changed, the pommel spike splitting open into several spikes, the cross trees extending, and the skull eyes growing red. Sparta. Not only the leader of the Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee in Kyoa Academy, but also known as a Twilight Celestial. Rainare's fear spiked several notches as she backed away, rebellion now surrounded by a crimson and bluish silver aura. Right in one. Kind of a cool nickname that better than the Descendant, don't you think? Shrugging, Naruto stepped forward and channeled chakra in his feet to unleash a powerful thrust attack known as the Stinger. Rainare tried to dodge, but got blasted back into a tree as Naruto prepared his next attack. Strike, he yelled, executing a lightning-quick drive attack, sending a powerful red shockwave, hitting Rainare and sending her through the tree. Rainare cried out in pain and fired off a few light spears in retaliation, but Naruto blocked them all by lazily spinning rebellion in front of himself, yawning as he did it. Stealing herself, a bruised Rainare gripped a light spear and engaged in a short sword fight with Naruto before he parried a stab to his heart and booted her in the head, forcing her back. What's wrong, Rainare? You're not done already, are you? Just throwing light spears isn't the only thing you can do, right? He taunted, letting out more of his power and letting it blanket the area along with his killing intent, making Rainare nearly piss herself. Rainare responded by sending a concentrated light spear at Naruto, but he put his finger out, letting the spear dissipate harmlessly off his finger. For someone of the twilight who dwell between the light and darkness like myself, that tickles. Naruto said mockingly, waving his hand around as if it was burning. Got anything else? Don't tell me fallen angels are just one-trick ponies. Twilight? It can't be. Twilight Elemental. One who of the light and darkness. Oh god, I can't win. I gotta get out of here, she screamed in her mind, flapping her wings and prepared to fly off. Oh no, ya don't! Naruto shouted as he planted rebellion in the ground, his arms turning into black and blue devil bringers, with one of them shooting forward as a large, blue spectral arm. He snatched Rainare out of the air by her ankle with her screaming, pulled her down to him, and initiated his buster attack. With his spectral arms materialized, Naruto threw a barrage of punches to her sternum, then threw a few overhead punches, bouncing her off the ground twice, before delivering an electric wind godfist uppercut, sending her into the air. He then used materialized Yamato, and used maximum dimension slash, disappearing and dashing about with judgment cuts while she's flying through the air. Naruto then finished it up by meeting her in the air behind her, grabbed her around her midsection and drilled her to the ground with a spiraling German suplex, creating spider cracks as he rolled away to view his handiwork. Rainare was a mess and was barely alive at that point. Her black wings were broken, and cuts riddled all over her bruised body. She shakingly got to her feet, but instead got an eyeful of a double gun salute to her face from Naruto. Yippee-ki-yay, bitch! Stone cold, Uzumaki stunner, he shouted before he kicked her in her stomach, making her double over as he locked her head in a three-quarter face lock on his shoulder and fell on his butt with her face still on his shoulder. The result was Raineray's head bouncing off Naruto's shoulder and her body propelled into the air before landing painfully on her back and broken wings, the latter making her scream out and thrash around since a fallen angel's wings like hers are so sensitive. Boring. I thought you fallen angels were more powerful, but I guess you really are nothing but one-trick ponies with your light spears. How disappointing. Naruto said, shaking his head and rubbing his shoulder, I knew I should have released my gravity and resistance seals before engaging you. I wouldn't have gotten killed, but at least I awakened my powers, and I have you to thank, Raineray. Raineray could only cough up blood in response. What have I done? Raineray thought, gritting her teeth while finding it difficult to move. Now that he's awakened, the plan to gain the sacred gear Twilight Healing will fail. I'm so sorry, Oni-sama. I've stunned your ass, so don't bother trying to move. You're already finished. Hey Kiyomi-chan. Naruto thought in his mindscape, sealing away rebellion and Yamato, some Yuki, poor favor. Hi, Naruto-kun, the busted nine-tailed red-headed fox vixen replied from inside his mindscape, materializing her 9 crimson chakra tails, we're so glad you're alive. Guess we worried for nothing, hi. I love you guys too. Naruto said as he walked over to the prone Raineray and lifted her up by the neck. Stop, please, Naruto-kun. I'm so sorry. Raineray pleaded, please. I love you, so much, have mercy. Naruto glared at her, mercy, like you showed your past victims ever since becoming a fallen angel? Sorry, but I'm all out of mercy today, dear Yuma-chan. Focusing chakra and Yuki into his eyes, Naruto activated his unique Sharingan that's shining blue and slit-eyed with red tomo, making eye contact with the fallen angel, Tsukuyomi, Kaisei. Naruto's Tsukuyomi world. Where am I? You're in my world now. What? Too bad. Normally you'll be in here for the next 72 hours, but this is different from the usual Tsukuyomi. For the next month, your ass belongs to me. And no. Hey, Yoko-chan. What is it, Kiyomi-chan? I have an idea. Giggles. Oh boy, pervert Kiyomi, at it again. Can it, Karami-chan? Real world. 3 seconds later, Raineray cried out, her body suddenly having a massive, mind-blowing orgasm as she was dropped to the ground. A month in Naruto's Tsukuyomi escape with Kiyomi and Yoko can do that. Honestly Raineray, I really planned on killing you, but it would have been a waste. Naruto admitted, you dying would have been an escape from the torture that is to come from my sisters, especially my mother, Kushina. Ah, Naruto-sama. Raineray moaned in ecstasy, her face now that of lust. Naruto-sama. Naruto raised an eyebrow as he bent down to her level, are you switching sides or something? I'm sure she would after Kiyomi and Karami fucked her senseless in every single way for a month inside your Tsukuyomi world and you continuously denied her climax for hours, Naruto-kun said the buxom white-haired 10-tailed beast, Kagura, with Kage Bunshin to boot. Hey! It was my idea to begin with. Kiyomi protested, waving her arms around, that fallen bitch needed to learn her place after she killed Naruto-kun. Sigh point. Karami grumbled. Both of you, can it before I come in there and dash. Naruto started to warn them, but all he heard were 2 spurts that were massive nosebleeds, when a couple of crashes to the ground. Idiots! Thought Naruto's 4th tenant, Arwen, the Imperial Queen Dragon Empress in her human form. She has dark silver hair, light silver eyes, a regal yet beautiful face, and a black kimono hugging her shapely figure. Oops! Forgot that they can't control their perverted imaginations. That's gonna come back to bite me. Naruto muttered, turning his attention back to Raineray. Fuck, the fallen angels. She panted, before climaxing against her will, still feeling Naruto's power. Good answer. We'll talk later, but for now you'll spend some more quality time Kyu-chan, Yoko-chan, and Arwen-chan. Sweet dreams. Naruto, lifting her up by the shreds of her remaining clothing. He then used Kamui on her, sending her to an isolated prison area of his pocket dimension, a world between his mindscape and dreamscape. Next, he sent out a pulse, clearing the area of his aura as he picked up his guitar case and Deca driver. Well, that completes the festivities. Some conclusion of a date that was, but there'll be another chance to consume a fallen angel. Man, Kaa-chan's gonna kill me for getting killed like that, Naruto said, turning around and exiting the area as his hair returned to its normal form. I'm hungry. I just hope Satsuki-chan, Teiwa-chan, and Shin-chan don't try and ambush me again for sex like last time. Then again, who cares? Kage Bunshin will always rule, Databia. If Naruto stayed a little while longer, he would have seen a bustic, crimson redhead 17-year-old young woman step out from behind a tree, who arrived during his rebirth. She's a third-year student who's 5 foot 8 inches tall with crimson red hair that reaches down to her thighs, with a single ahog sticking out from the top and loose bangs covering her forehead and side bangs framing her face, a buxom figure and DD-cup breasts, beautiful blue-green colored eyes, and wearing the Kyoa Academy girls' school uniform, which consist of a white long-sleeved, button-down shirt with a black ribbon on her shirt collar worn under a black shoulder cape and matching button-down corset, a magenta skirt with white accents, and brown dress shoes over white crew-length socks. She is the girl who suffered from the recent perverted trio incident, the leader of Kyoa Academy's occult research club, and one of the 2 great ladies of Kyoa Academy, Rias Gremory. Naruto-kun. She thought, putting a hand to her fast-beating heart, you really were the descendant, the Twilight Celestial, all this time. Yes, Rias Gremory has fallen for the leader of the Special Investigation and Disciplinary Committee, Uzumaki Naruto, the feeling in her heart returning ever since she saw him hang out with her best friend Akeno one day. Back during the incident at school with the perverted trio, she was relieved that Naruto, along with the girls in his harem, defended and protected her and her friend from those lustful perverts. She did not appreciate her body being viewed upon as if someone was window shopping. Even though she in love with Naruto, Rias was finding it difficult to confess to him, with one of the reason due to the fact that she found that her best friend Akeno was in love with Naruto too, for the same reasons, and the fact that he has a harem already. They were both attracted to everything about him from his personality, his foxy charm, his academic performance, and his sexy body. To them, he was the ideal man to spend their lives with. I'll have to talk to Akeno tomorrow. I've stalled on that conversation long enough. Now that Naruto-kun's reborn, hopefully he'll side with us devils and join my peerage, and maybe save me from him, Rias thought with determination, looking at a picture in her locket of a 2 kids, reddish blonde-haired boy and a redhead girl, and started following him discreetly. Meanwhile nearby, Naruto sneezed. No doubt a sexy lady's talking about yours truly. Must be one of my girls, or the fangirls, the worst kind he thought, unconsciously rubbing his left arm, which was starting to pulse with a foreign energy that Arwen recognized. What the drag? What the hell? How did you get into Naruto-sama's body? Me? I've always been here, hibernating, until the kid's ascension woke me up. Looks like things are going to get real interesting. Indeed.